This is it, guys. Final episode, final level, final boss. That's final enough for me. Let's suit up. Ooh, we're pretty good equipped now. Alright, what is the final boss? It's a giant face on the wall. And a Revenant that is bugging the crap out of me right now. Okay, so there is no visible way to kill this thing since it's a wall. Walls cannot be damaged in this game, obviously. But there is something you can do. One thing, don't die. Secondly, don't get shot either. Okay, the trick is you have to shoot rockets through that opening in his brain, but I can't shoot from this angle. I have to get up on an elevator, but to call down that elevator I have to go up. This thing keeps spitting out cubes that spawn random monsters. Random. You never get the same monsters. It spawns everything except for boss monsters. And obviously itself. That should race with teleporter. And I'm taking one hit. Ah, fuck! Stupid Keiko demon. Let's try it again, shall we? This time be a little faster before too many monsters spawn. So yeah, this is one of those levels where you gotta be quick in order to make it. Oh, don't lag on me now. It almost killed me. Thanks a lot, game. I need the rockets. It's the only weapon that can damage him. And I need to take care of that stupid... Get out of my face. Alright, let's call it down. The floor is damaging too. Get me up. Shit. Alright, die, you son of a bitch! Ha! That was pretty simple, wasn't it? That was the final level, guys. Total playtime 4 hours 56 minutes according to this. Felt longer than that. Ending text. The horrendous visage of the biggest demon you've ever seen crumbles before you after you pump your rockets into its exposed brain. The monster shrivels up and dies, its thrashing limbs devastating untold miles of hell's surface. You've done it. The invasion is over. Earth is saved. Hell is a wreck. You wonder where bad folks will go when they die now. Wiping the sweat from your forehead, you begin the long trek back home. Rebuilding Earth ought to be a lot more fun than ruining it was. Oh yeah. It's over, guys! That was Doom 2. So, the door is now open to Doom 3, which is not connected to this game, by the way. It is its own story. It's more like a remake of the first one, but still vastly different. But what can you say about Doom 2 now? In my opinion, it is one of the best shooters that have ever existed. It took everything that made the first one good, spiced it up with more monsters, clever level design, and the challenge was a lot harder too. So, I'm looking forward to your feedback on what you thought about my Let's Play. And seeing as how I still have a lot of time until next month, I guess I could get started on a Doom 3 Let's Play soon. What do you think about that? I'm also planning on Dead Space, but I guess I can take... If I'm not done with Doom 3 by that point, I could always, you know, take a break. So, that was it, guys. End of the show. Nothing else to see here. Actually, there is. Some little fun stuff. You see this wall? That was our boss, right? It's cool. Now we get a close look at it. But anyway, it also shows us all the characters from this game. We have a zombie man, which we all know we kill thousands of these little assholes. But if you hit a button, this happens. You see all the monsters from the game, including the death animation. So here we have a shotgun guy. A shotgun wearing... carrying zombie, and I do not like these guys, so die. I hate these assholes even more. These were relatively harmless, weren't they? They were everywhere, yet they hardly ever did me any harm, except for that one time where they fucking killed me, so... Go to hell, you little bastard! But, the demon, I call it Pinky, because, well, look at it. Again, these things kind of reminded me of Zool from Ghostbusters. Totally, look at that face. I hate these. I so fucking hate these. Die. These were kind of fun. This is probably my favorite monster. It just looks hilarious. Anyway. This death animation is pretty violent too, as you've noticed. Hell Knight was supposedly a replacement for the Baron of Hell from the first game. Why? Because they thought that the Baron of Hell was too powerful to be an ordinary enemy. So what did they do? They changed the skin and they cut his hit points in half. But the attacks are just as dangerous, so I rate the Hell Knight a dangerous creature. Here he is, the Baron of Hell. Used to be our first boss enemy in in Doom 1. They are very dangerous, especially considering how hard they are to kill. The Arachnotron is like the Spider Mastermind, just, you know, just a quarter of its size. The Arachnotrons are pretty damn powerful. I prefer to get them into monster battles though, because they can kill almost anything with that firing rate of theirs. Pain Elemental was probably one of the most, it was the most annoying addition to Doom 2. The ability to spit out a shitload of lost souls. This thing was simply a Keiko demon on steroids. The Revenant. Definitely the craziest monster design I've seen in Doom. These guys, just kill them. Mancubus was an interesting addition. Not only is it disgusting, but it's also very powerful. Not to mention goriest death animation ever. The Archvile, while being rare, was definitely the most powerful enemy we've faced among the non-bosses. That flame attack of his has no limited range as far as I know. It deals a shitload of damage. There's no way to avoid it unless you get out of his sight. And he's the fastest monster and has second highest non-boss hit points. So yeah, that's definitely a very lethal combination. Spider Mastermind was the final boss of the last game in Doom 1's last two episodes, and she came back here too, of course. Quite a few times on this high difficulty, but if you have a BFG, she is not that much of a trouble. Just don't stay in her fire. Of course, the infamous Cyber Demon. This thing kicked my ass so many times in my life, I don't even know how many. This guy is absolutely unbelievable. He has the highest hit points, the most powerful attack. His only weakness? His predictable pattern. You see it right here. It moves and fires 3 missiles. It's always the same, so he becomes predictable. If you learn his pattern, he's easy. I saw people kill him with their fists. I'm not kidding. Would I dare to try that? Maybe. But not if I'm playing for real. And of course, our hero. Interesting, shotgun sound. I never heard him make a sound here before. Anyway, just your ordinary space marine who happens to go through hell several times, kick the ass of 10,000s of demons. Yeah, we were pretty good, weren't we? And since we never saw it, here's his death animation. That's also what characters look like in multiplayer. Anyway, that was Doom 2. I hope you guys liked it, and stay tuned for my next Let's Play. It shouldn't take too long to get started. Maybe I can get started tomorrow. You never know. I just know it will be very soon. So, until then, take care, guys. I hope you had fun.